Today, one of my giant Galapagos tortoises has possibly broken his leg. As you can see, he is not really using his back left leg. You can see he's using his right leg. There could be a little nail that's lodged. Oh my God! Ah! What is up, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I hope all of you guys are having just an absolutely amazing day. And for those of you that are new here, well, I'm Jacob, and welcome to my crazy jungle. Now, if you guys saw the title and thumbnail, you will know for today's video that today is a very concerning one. Today, one of my giant Galapagos tortoises has possibly broken his leg. Earlier today, I noticed that his leg, when he was walking, he was not putting any pressure on one of his back legs. He was kind of dragging it. So today, we're going to be checking up on his leg. We're going to be doing a full examination on it. We might have to take him to the vet. I've actually already called one of the best Galapagos tortoise experts in the country to kind of consult with me on it. And I'm doing exactly what he's telling me, which is doing that full physical exam. So that's all I'm telling you guys. So if you want to know if my tortoise is going to be okay, if he has a broken leg, if he's going to make it, if they're going to have to amputate his leg, well, guys, you are in the right place, and we're going to hop right into that. Okay, so right now we're heading over to our giant tortoise area, the Galapagos tortoises and the Aldabras, and we have one of our little guys that just came out. He saw us come out, and he's very friendly. So we're just going to take this romaine lettuce head right here, and we're going to see if he wants to take a little snack. Now, these younger Galapagos can be a little bit shy, so to get this guy to come out and actually eat right in front of me, well, this is actually a very cool thing that's happening, because this is the first time I've ever had this guy eat in front of me. Normally, when I walk up, he runs away, and our little Aldabra friend is even more shy. You see what I'm saying, guys? Whenever we walk up, these tortoises kind of hightail it the other direction. So to see this little Galapagos here crunching and munching on this lettuce, well, it's the absolute coolest. And to think that this little tortoise right here is one day going to be a 500-pound giant. So we got to give this guy a little snack. We'll give him a little leaf, and now on to our big guys. So earlier today, I noticed that one of my bigger Galapagos tortoises, the one that I've had from a baby, is having some difficulty walking with his back leg. Now, there's a number of things that could be wrong here. We have no idea what's wrong. I'm going to show you guys what is actually going on, but we also noticed that one of the tortoises has some ticks on him. So this is a typical thing here in South Florida. It's warm. It's literally, let me show you guys how warm it is right now. It is literally 84 degrees out right now with a feel like of about 85. So it's like 85 degrees out, so it's really hot. And as the temperature warms up, that's when the ticks become more active. And like I've told you guys in the past, they really only target the Galapagos tortoises, which is crazy. And if you look, that's the tortoise right there. That guy all the way over there that's walking around, that's the one that has some ticks, and the one that actually has the injured leg is the one that's kind of moving out of the house right there. Now, the good thing is this guy's active, he's healthy, he's not, doesn't seem lethargic, so we're gonna check him out in a second, but first we've got to get these nasty blood-sucking ticks off. So right here we have one of our smaller Galapagos tortoises here, and this guy has got some ticks on him. So if you come right up here to the front, I'm not sure if you could see it, but there's literally, oh, he got a little bit scared, so let's try to lure him out with a carrot. Let's let him get a little bit of a bite of a carrot right here. But he has got some ticks, so what we want to do is we want to get him interested in the carrot, and then you're going to want to lift the carrot slightly up, and that's going to get him to completely lift out of his shell. And right here, guys, wait, oh, I've got the tick right here on the hemostatic throat. Oh, look at that, guys. It's already popped from just grabbing him. Look at that big, giant, nasty tick. Now, this is not even the biggest tick we've seen. We've seen ticks that are double and triple the size. And right here, this is our injured tortoise that's coming over. So this is, again, a good sign that the injury is hopefully not too bad. But look at this, guys. We're going to squeeze this out. We're going to take this guy right here. We're just going to put him right here on top of his shell for the time being, because we definitely have got another tick right over here. Now, I don't want to spook this guy, but we're going to try to find this other tick right over here before all of our other tortoises come and start bothering us. But I don't see that tick. It kind of just disappeared on us. Hi, buddy. Look, I know we are gonna feed you. We're gonna check out your leg, but all right, well, let's give him a little snack, guys. Whenever you bring anything brightly colored, these tortoises absolutely love to devour it. So again, these two are Galapagos tortoises. One is about 7 years old. I've had this one since 2016. So let's see, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, almost 8 years actually, not even 7 years. And there's the tick right here, the hidden tick. Now, as I'm trying to get this hidden tick, I've got another tortoise trying to bite me. And wait, look, I got it right here on his neck. Look at that. So we got it, 1, 2. Oh, look at that. Another tick. This one is a little bit smaller than the first one. So we've got our tick off of this guy, and we're gonna wanna do the same thing. We're just gonna wanna squeeze it So guys, I'm not sure if you are seeing this, but I have 3 tortoises surrounding me right now. We've got 2 Galapagos and a little Aldabra, and these guys have been getting along incredibly well. The introduction went great, and they've been really the best of buds. So these guys will actually kind of share a carrot, Lady and the Tramp style, guys. Come look at this right here. We can have the carrot right here. I'm gonna be the kind of the mediator, but of course the little guy doesn't want to share, and he wants to steal it all, guys. Now this is probably the first time you've ever seen a tortoise eat a carrot, Lady and the Tramp style. So now that we got the ticks that we could see without flipping him, we're gonna flip him over. He's still at the size where we can still flip him over safely, and he's also not too heavy, because once these guys get a certain size, they get really heavy. And just upon first glance, we have not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 ticks. We've got 1 on the front leg and 3 down here. Now we've got our other tortoise coming over here because he thinks he's getting some food. So what we want to do is we want to try to get these pliers right here, the hemostats. We want to get this little tick right here. We've got a tiny little tick right here. As you can see, he's right here on the bottom of the shell. So we got him, and we're just going to kind of take him with these. We're going to squeeze him, and we're going to pop him because we definitely don't want him here. We've got 1 more tick right here. Let's try and extract him. What we got to do is just be really careful, and sometimes honestly using your hands is a little bit better for getting in these tight spots. So we got another tick right here that we're just going to pull off. We're going to do the same thing. We're just going to squeeze him, and as you can see, he's right here on the tip of my finger. He's nasty, and we definitely don't want these things here. Oh my gosh, there's a lot more ticks than I thought. We've got another one. We've got 1 up on the front right here. Wait, I got him right here. Wait, oh, we almost had him. These guys can really latch on, and one of the common myths and things that I see people commenting is they think that the head of the tick is going to get stuck in him from pulling him off. Guys, I've never experienced that. I've pulled hundreds of ticks off of animals. It's kind of like a common myth. I've never seen a head stuck inside of him, but we got to keep our other tortoise away because he wants to come and investigate and kind of bother this guy. So on inspecting him a little more, I don't really see any more ticks here. We just want to kind of look at his legs, and there's a micro tick right here. There's actually a couple. Look at this. I'm going to pull him off right here. Let's try to get him. 1, 2. Oh, we've almost got him. He's trying to fight me. So tiny that it's hard to get. Guys, look at that. Right there on the tip of my finger. What looks like nothing is a tiny micro tick. Probably the smallest tick you've ever seen. So we got that tick right there. And there's another one right here. You can see there's this little dot right here. And it kind of looks like his skin. But guys, it's definitely not his skin. It's another little tick. And you can see he's kind of crawling around my hand. It's really creepy, really nasty, and we definitely don't want this guy here. So we crushed him, and as you can see, we got a bunch of ticks here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ticks, and that's not including the ones we pulled off initially. So this guy was absolutely loaded. So what I like to do is just kind of grab him, squeeze him, and if you hit him down on the ground, the pressure kind of pops them. So we've got all of our ticks taken care of, all nice and squeezed and ready to go. And the only thing left to do is add our flea and tick spray. So I typically like to add this spray, like right here by the legs where the ticks like to hang out. And this is definitely gonna keep them from lurking around and latching on and sucking on the blood of these tortoises. And now that we got this guy treated, we're just gonna flip him on over, and he is on his way. We got a bunch of ticks off. It's absolutely insane how many ticks could be on such a small tortoise and how they just pop up out of nowhere from one day to the next. There'll be no ticks, and next thing you know, there's a bunch. So now that we got to check out this little guy, it's time to check on the tortoise with a possible broken leg. So right now, this is the tortoise in question. This is the tortoise that has a possible broken leg, a torn joint. Again, we have no idea what happened. So I'm gonna kind of get the tortoise to walk forward. As you can see, he is not really using his back left leg. You can see he's using his right leg, but he is definitely not using his left leg. So I have no idea why this is. So if we kind of get him to walk more, you can see that he's not really putting any pressure on that leg. It's something we noticed this morning. It's just like really confusing for me. I've already talked to my buddy Jason Abels of 3J's Tortoise Sanctuary, who's one of the few Galapagos tortoise breeders. So he recommended that we do a physical exam, which is what we were gonna do anyways before we go to the vet, to see if it's something simple. Maybe it's a little splinter, maybe it's a nail, maybe it's a screw. We have no idea until we actually lift him up. But I want you to kind of see his leg once again, how he's just really not using that leg, and he's kind of dragging himself. And this tortoise is nearly 200 pounds now, so to not be able to support himself and drag himself, well, he could actually hurt himself even further by dragging all of that weight. So the good thing is this guy is healthy. You come over here, you can see that he's eating, and he's wasting no time to crunch and munch on these carrots, on the lettuce, and even my finger if I were to let him. So right now, Cliff has picked up the Galapagos tortoise, and what we want to do right now while he's holding him up is we want to look at the bottom of his plastron right now to see if there's any ticks. But as you can see, this tortoise has gotten massive. Cliff, thanks for picking him up. So basically what we want to do is we want to move him kind of right over here to the shade so we can examine his leg. We're going to kind of balance him right here on the log. So we're going to want to put him, yeah, just like that. So this is kind of how you do a tortoise examination. So Cliff's going to kind of hold him and balance him. And then this is going to allow me the opportunity to come up here to his leg to kind of see what's going on. So we want to look at the bottom of his pad, and as you can see, this is full of this like Galapagos armor. And what we want to do is we want to feel this and this. We want to see if it's swollen, and from what I'm seeing here, this definitely feels a little more puffy than this side. This skin is a little more loose, muscle is a little more relaxed, whereas this is a little more inflamed. What we want to do is we kind of want to pull the leg out a little to kind of see what's going on, because again, we want to do an examination. Oop, it's definitely sensitive. What we want to do is we want to rule out any foreign objects. We want to rule out any screws and nails and any debris that is possibly in here, although we've gone through the pen many times with magnets to make sure there's nothing sharp in here that they can step on. But we can't get everything. Nothing's perfect. So what we want to do is we want to rule out any of that stuff. So we want to kind of pull his leg out a little to see if we see anything. And he's just kind of letting us slightly pull it out, kind of just feeling it. But as I kind of put a little bit of pressure right here, I can feel him tensing up, and it's definitely hurting him. So what I'm thinking and what I'm seeing here is that there's no visible foreign objects. All of his nails are in place, so it's definitely not an infected toenail from what I'm seeing. So what we're gonna have to probably do now is we're gonna have to make a vet appointment. We're gonna have to go to the vet and kind of see what we got to do. We're going to have to definitely x-ray him, see if there's any broken bones, any torn ligaments or muscles. Right leg is kind of a baseline for what it should be, and you can definitely feel that this leg is a little bit warmer. Like right over here, the actual scales and his skin is a little bit warmer, which could be the sign of an infection. It definitely feels like it has a little bit of a temperature. This side feels really cool, whereas this side is a little bit warm. And this guy, I can touch and feel this, and it's really not bothering him. But as soon as I start touching this, he kind of tenses up. But what I really want to do is kind of get all the way up in there, because again, there could be a little nail that's lodged, but we don't want to hurt him any more than he is if he does have an internal injury. But we do want to kind of rule out any foreign objects. So what we're seeing right now is you can see that the right leg is relaxed and loose, and when you kind of touch it, he doesn't really mind, but this leg is kind of tucked away and he hasn't been putting any pressure on it. So he's not letting us kind of let it down, because what I want to do is I want to see what's up here, because every time I kind of put my hands up here, he's kind of tensing up as I move my fingers, because it's definitely hurting him. All right, guys. Oh my God. Oh my God. I just got covered. I just got covered. Oh my God. I just got covered in tortoise poop. Oh God. Oh God, guys. This is the first time this has happened. Surprise. Oh, I was gonna say it doesn't smell, but now it definitely smells. It is never a dull day here at the Redland Conservation Center. We're here checking up on an injured tortoise, and I got absolutely covered, super soakered by tortoise pee all over my leg, all over my hair. She's still going, so we are definitely gonna have to take her to the vet. I was hoping it was gonna be something as simple as a little splinter, but it seems like something is wrong on the inside, whether it's a ligament, whether it's the muscle, whether it's the bone. Well, the vet is going to determine that. So if you guys wanna know what's going on with this tortoise, you're gonna have to wait for the next video or a couple videos from now. We're gonna make that appointment, go in and definitely x-ray her leg. So that's gonna end today's episode. I hope all of you guys did enjoy watching today's video, moving our giant tortoise. So Cliff, we can get her back on down. We can get her back over here. So this guy is walking away. We're gonna let him kind of walk into his den house. We don't want him to use his leg too much, but the fact that he's actually moving around is kind of a good thing. So again, guys, that's gonna end today's episode. Hope you guys enjoyed watching today's video on our injured tortoise. My eyes are starting to burn from the pee, so I'm gonna hop off. I'm gonna rinse my eyes. So if you wanna know what happens to this tortoise, well guys, all you have to do, go right now and subscribe below.